Georgia Republican Herschel Walker on Thursday returned to the campaign trail. This comes after his contest against incumbent Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock moved to a runoff. In Georgia, if a candidate does not win more than 50% of the vote, the top two contenders go to a runoff to ensure the winner is selected by majority. Sticking mostly to his stump speech, Walker sounded an optimistic tone while continuing to lay into Warnock. Walker was accompanied by Texas Senator Ted Cruz and will attack the wealth of top Republicans desperate to win the Senate seat and perhaps the balance of power in the upper chamber.
I happened to see this minister on television, and he said, the problem we have with America is racism. And he said, America need to apologize for its whiteness. And the next thing I saw is he was being elected to our United States Senate to represent the great state of Georgia. And I said, wait, no. I said, wait. He don't represent Georgia. No. Because I'm Georgia born and Georgia bred, and when I die, I'll be Georgia dead. He don't represent Georgia. And all of a sudden I see him going to Washington, and then I hear how he's voted with Joe Biden 96% of the time. Which man, no, give him that. You know, we can agree to disagree, but we gotta agree to disagree with someone like that. And he don't know but it's time for him to go. Yes, it's time for him to go, and I want to tell him right now, don't let that door hit you in the backside as you leave the people out. Because I was built for this right here. And so as I started looking at him, what he was doing to this great country and to this great state, I said, not on my watch, I'm not going to let this happen. Because in the book I read, it says nothing about the color of your skin. God talks about your heart, it doesn't talk about the color of your skin. And he's in a church where a man talks about the content of your character, not the color of your skin. And all he talks about is the color of your skin. You heard the senator tell you, most everything he was trying to introduce had to do with the color of someone's skin. And I said, not on my watch. Because let me tell you, if we can't get through that door together, none of us are going to get there at all. Because we can't get there. None of us are going to get there at all. Because I'm going to tell you right now, something happened to me. When I was young, something happened when my mom taught me that there's no color in right and wrong. And that's what we got to get to. There's no color in right and wrong. But what we have done, we've elected people to an office that have forgotten about the Constitution of the United States of America. Yes, and they've forgotten about America. And they think when somebody says make America great again, that's a bad term. I'm telling you, if you live in America, you should want America to be great again. I am a little bit confused why somebody don't think America should be great. And I told them I'm like Ricky Bobby. I don't like to be second. And I think we're a great country, but the way we become even greater, we got to come together. Because in the book I read, it says a house divided cannot stand. And we're not going to divide that house underneath my watch. We're not going to divide that house underneath my watch. And y'all can tell I'm not a politician. I don't look like one, don't talk like one, don't act like one. I'm that warrior from God that he's been looking for. And he's going to say, no, like my father said, when I say no, I mean no. And then when he got to the point that I didn't like the rules underneath his roof, he said, you can leave my house. And that's what we got to get back to, is if you don't like the rules of the United States of America, you can leave. He's a slick devil, is he not? He's a slick one. I knew that when I saw him. And my father told me about those smooth walking, dress talking people. They dress so nice and they get up with all the big words. And you heard him, I hope you heard him in that debate. You heard him in that debate, but all of a sudden in that debate, he couldn't speak that slick talk no more, didn't he? Yeah, no. He became Scooby-Doo at some moment. Y'all heard that, did you not? Y'all heard that because in that debate, they asked him. They said, sir, will you vote for Joe Biden in 2024? And he went, oh. Hey, he now know that he's facing his redemption, and that is Herschel Walker. And then he was dying to go into overtime. He was dying to go into overtime because if you watch what he was saying, we're going to go in a runoff. And I was saying, no, I want to beat you outright. And if he want to go in a runoff with me, I'm saying, you bring it, Holmes. You bring it, because I was built for this. This is what I was built for. And then, no. And Senator Cruz talked about it. Here's the reason that the crime is on the streets. And I'm going to tell you, every woman want to leave her house at night. And the reason you don't want to leave is because someone like Senator Warnock that has made our police officers, the morale go down. He brought their recruitment down. And I remember the other day, I told everyone I was leaving my campaign office and it was starting to get dark outside. And as it was starting to get dark outside, I happened to watch this police officer that pulled his car over. And his car was white. The tinted windows were in the car. And as he was walking up to this car, I got nervous. I got nervous because as I see all the iPhones, and I said, hey, well, I don't want anything to happen. I don't want that officer to bother this guy. And then I started thinking, we got to reform the officer. And then I said, no, we got that wrong too. Why don't we reform this citizen so we all can go home safe? Because everybody wants to go home safe. But because we have a sitting senator like Senator Warnock that don't believe in law and order. He don't believe in law and order. When you want to release prisoners out of jail, prisoners out of prison, want a no-cash bail. And I said, hey, in the book I read, I remember Adam and Eve. And God said, from this place here, you have total freedom. But if you touch and eat from that tree, you will surely die. They were held to responsibility. So now you need to get leaders in Washington that's going to become leaders, not followers. And he's a follower. He's a follower to vote for Joe Biden 96% of the time. He's a follower Joe Biden or he has no clue of what he's doing. So he decides on what he wants. Follow Joe Biden and don't know what the heck he's doing. So that's the reason he needs to leave that office. Because he's voted to make it hard on us. He's making it hard on us. Do y'all feel more money in your pocket? Do you feel more money in your pocket? Hey, have the gas prices going up? Have the grocery bill going up? Have the utility bill going up? Well, you know who's the cause of that. It's not just Joe Biden, but it's Senator Warnock as well. But he's not going to tell you that. He's not going to tell you that because all they're talking about is what Herschel Walker has done. Let me tell you what I've done. I built my own business. I haven't lived off my parishioners. I haven't lived off the taxpayer because that's the only thing he's done. And then he lived off his, I'm going to call him millionaire slumlord. Shouldn't you call him a millionaire slumlord? You see what he was doing in that apartment building he's doing over there? And then he's like, I'm going to get out of it. No, you can't get out of that, sir. That's your fault of that. You know, he always say, I'm a Matthew 25. All those great words. But he don't read the whole sentence. He don't read the whole verse. Matthew 25 don't say you evict poor people out of their home. Matthew 25 means you help people. You care for people, but he don't care for them. He's a hypocrite. And I know he is a hypocrite, and everyone know that. And I told him I'm going to call him Wrecking Rap. I'm going to call him Wrecking Rap because he wrecked everything since he's been in office. Y'all seen that. No. Let's call him the Grinch. The Grinch that stole everybody's dream because he's stealing every kid America's dream. Because what he's trying to tell white kids that they are no oppressor. He's trying to tell black kids that they are victims. Well, I'm here to tell you that every kid can be a victorious when they vote for me. Because I'm going to help you to become that